At the time, I didn't understand the dangers of these drugs, and within only a few months, I was completely addicted.
Dramatic new ads will likely pop up on your screen sometime this week as state health officials are launching a campaign to try to curb opioid abuse. So these themes are going to be, again, popping up on your TV screen.
Yeah, King 5's Jake Wittenberg here to show us the plan. So why now? What's at stake?
Well, the Department of Health says the opioid epidemic is just not getting any better, which was just crazy to hear them say it. So they're taking a new approach, hoping that these radio and internet ads will make a bit of a difference. You're likely going to see them this week and throughout the summer. They're powerful testimonies from former opioid users and their families, victims' families, about what can happen if you abuse the drugs. They are spotting and targeting rural areas where the problem is even worse, they say. This is a joint partnership between the CDC and Washington Department of Health. In our state, 10,000 people in Washington have died from an opioid overdose since the year 2000. And sadly, health officials tell us they're seeing no decrease in the number of opioid-related deaths year over year.
But we also haven't seen an increase, and many states have seen an increase. So clearly, we're not doing as well as I'd like, but it could be worse.
One of the most disturbing facts given to us by the Department of Health today, Tuesday, 2 people will die in Washington from an opioid addiction. Nationwide, 40 people will die today. So if you or someone you know needs help battling opioid addiction, we have a number for you right here on your screen. It's the Washington Recovery Helpline. Write it down. Keep it with you. 1-866-789-1511.